Hello everyone. Today we have some new stuffs arriving. This is for the Volvo and it's the ICARSOFT. It's a professional multi-system car diagnostic tool. It says that on the back. It's the ICARSOFT Vol 2. It's specifically designed for Saab and Volvo. Though it works for other vehicles as well, but it has all the software supports and stuff like that for specifically Saab and Volvo. And this specific model should be able to calibrate steering angle sensors, which is why I got it. It should also be able to read the ABS and a lot of the functions of the vehicle. So let's open this thing and see what's inside. Here's the package. Let's see what's inside. That's nice. It comes in a handy bag. That's definitely going to be useful. And it come with a user manual, a USB cable, and the cable, the OBD2 cable for the vehicle. And here's the computer. There's a SD card in it, which probably contains this proper software. I had a look in the manual and it says that the device is powering up either through the OBD2 or with an external USB. So I'm going to connect the USB and it should power us up. And it's in upgrade mode when it starts up. And I could press back to go to the menu. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, so here's a lot of stuffs, and I'm not going to look too much on this in here, but I'm going to go out to my Volvo and connect it, and then we continue the video there and see what options there is, and also if the computer could find any codes and other stuff that it can do. I'm going to connect it to the computer, and now it turns on by itself. At the moment the car is completely turned off. I don't have a key in there or anything like that. So let's put the ignition in and see what it will occur. So here we are in the startup menu. At the moment the car is switched on into mode 1 on the key. And let's see what we got here. There's no touchscreen, but there's big and very clear buttons. And let's start with the diagnostic. I press enter and I got the choice to choose Volvo or Saab. I have a Volvo, and there's a version list, only one choice. And here I could automatically search for the vehicle, or I could select my vehicle. I'm going to select it, and here's a lot of models: 850, 960, C30, C70, and the list goes on. And I have a cross-country model year 01 to 07, and I have an 06. So what do we have here? Smart scan and manual. Let's try the smart one. And now we see it's scanning through the systems, 8 of 24 at the moment. What I want to do is to figure out what kind of errors I have with this vehicle. And I think as well that you need to be on the second switch on the key. So let's see, here we have a lot of stuff. CEM, Central Electrical Module, Steering Wheel Angle Sensor Module. There's a lot of stuff. Driver Door Module, Passenger Door, UEM, Rear Electric Module, Power Seat Module, and Audio Module. Let's go to the Steering Wheel Angle Sensor and see what options there is inside there. Communication, and I have the system information, read DTC and erase DTC, and I want to see system information. ECU diagnostic part number and hardware. Okay, so I assume this is telling me what module I have in the vehicle. Let's go back by pressing F1 and let's choose read DTC. No fault code found. At the moment I don't have any errors, but sometimes I have a light coming up saying service anti-skid system that it's required. I'm going to turn it on to switch 2. And I'm going to go back. How do I go back? Back, of course. And are you sure you want to exit? Yes. And I'm going to do a new smart scan to see if something turns out differently. My impression so far is that this one is, well, it's very logical to work with it. But there's probably stuff to learn. You need to like look into the manual, or you need to have a knowledge about using these kinds of stuffs before. You need to know what each system is and so on. So I'm going back on steering wheel angle module. I type in enter, it's communicating, and I'm going to read DTC. And no fault code found this time either. Read data stream. That should be like a communication from it all the time. It shows that there is steering direction left, steering wheel angle 4.5. Looks accurate. And what more do we have? We have some voltage going there. Okay, that's those 5 options, and I'm going to turn it a little bit, and now it shifts into the right. So I know it's respond, what's wave? Okay, I have no idea what that is, to be honest, and then I have a record option. Let's go back to see if I could read overall. Okay, I'm going to look on the ABS too, because I cleaned the sensors, and I heard that that could also be a reason for this anti-skid message coming up. So I'm going to read that. Okay, that's interesting. This gives me 136, which means brake pressure sensor 1 and 2 signal outside its permitted range. That's good to know. That's something that I have to look into and see what that is. Record, save data to file. Okay, so that's probably means that I could get this data information out and look onto it further on. And perhaps that could be the reason why I get this message coming up sometimes. I also have some issues with my parking brake sensor. Where could that be? Supplement resistant system module, passenger door, driver door, climate control, rear electrical module. Let's try that one, REM. And I'm going to read that. Parking sensor 3 faulty signal. That's also good to know. That's probably the reason why I have that sensor. And what's more, switch central locking motor, signal too high. Okay, so this is already giving me information of the vehicle. So definitely useful, and this is definitely something that I could work with in order to get the vehicle as good as it can be. And let's go all the way back. Let's see what more we have. We have OBD2 and let's check that one. What could this give me? Okay, so monitor overview. Codes found 0, monitor complete, monitor not complete. Well, a lot of more information. So this reader is definitely interesting. What more we have? We have the serviced things as well. Oh, there's another one for steering angle sensor. Let's see what that gives us. Let's do the automatic scan, set ignition switch to on. It's already on and press OK, and it's communicating. Switch ignition off ignition. Wait for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then press it on. And OK, set ignition to on. Note, only apply to vehicles with DSTC, Dynamic Stability and Traction Control. Note, the adaptive data in this brake control module, BCM, must be calibrated for the stability function to operate correctly after repair. When replacing the brake control module, BCM, the adaptive data for the brake pressure sensors, lateral accelerometer only cars with all-wheel drive and steering wheel sensor SAS must be calibrated. Brake pressure sensor adaptive data for the brake pressure sensors must be calibrated. Active yaw control sensor, the adaptive data for the yaw rate sensor, lateral accelerometer and accelerometer must be calibrated. Cars with four-wheel drive only. Caution, for the XC70, the yaw rate sensor and tilt sensor must also be calibrated when replacing the brake control module, BCM, or the adaptive yaw control sensor. Okay. Okay, so this is the calibration. It says that I should position the car on a flat surface with the wheels positioning straight ahead. Brake pedal released and the ignition on. With the ignition turned on, turn the steering wheel at least 15 degrees to the right or left. Then turn the steering wheel so that the front wheels are pointing straight ahead. Start the calibration. I'm going to cancel this because this is nothing I'm going to do right now. And okay. And let's go back. I pressed it wrong, so now it's going to communicate again. And okay, communicating. Okay, and cancel. Okay. Go back. So there's a lot of options here. I would recommend you to read the manual and see how it works, how you should operate it. I'm going back to the diagnostic, and here we are, back to my vehicle, 2006, smart scan, and it's scanning all the systems. Okay, so here we are, ECM, enter. And I'm gonna read that and see if it gives me no codes. So this is good. I could go through everything. The ABS, I already did that. That gave me a code on the brake pressure sensor 1 and 2, signal outside its permitted range. And let's go back. Central electrical module, no codes. Back. Steering angle sensor, that didn't give me any codes before. Differential electronic module, enter and read. Hydraulic pressure, incorrect value. Okay, so that's interesting. Maybe because the car is off. I have no idea. And supplement resistant system module. Restraint, supplement restraint system module, SRS. And read that, no codes. Back. DIM driver information module, no codes found. So this is very interesting. There's a lot of stuff you could get out from this computer, and you could definitely found what caused your vehicle to not working as it's supposed to do. And it gave me the information I needed about the parking sensor, and it also gave me some other information about the ABS and stuff like that. So far, this ICARSOFT seems to be a pretty nice module. So far, this gave me quite a lot of useful information. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to take notes of everything that I found out here, and then I'm going to Google, maybe asking in some groups, and try to find the information about that error and how I fix it. That's generally how I do when when something is wrong on my vehicle. I ask around, I Google, and then I find out that this piece needs to be fixed. In some cases, when it's electronic, maybe I need to clean the contacts, and or worst case scenario, replace the part. When I later on realize I need to replace something, I Google again, and I found out how to do it, or I try to figure it out at least. The price for this is around 150 bucks. It's probably worth it if you're going to work on the vehicle yourself, or if you want to know what's going on with your vehicle. Before, I used to use this kind of device. It's a simple OBD reader that connects to your phone with Bluetooth. There is OBD readers that are Bluetooth based that are really good actually. In this case, this one is not. This is the cheapest thing I could find, and I basically bought this when I didn't know so much about cars as I do today, and I also bought it when I was about to go and buy a car. In that case, it's actually saved my butt, because I plug this in. That is a very easy reader, and I did a simple diagnostic with the phone and with the app I had, and it gave me like 6 or 7 codes saying that stuffs were wrong on the vehicle. So I decided that I will not buy that vehicle, and then I went and looked on another vehicle that was the same kind, plugged it in, and there was no codes. And that probably saved me a lot of headache. So neither one are good in their own way. They definitely have a purpose, and if you're buying a car or if you own a car, this is an easy way to just see what's going on your car. So if you want more content like this and you want to see, then I recommend you to subscribe. I'm gonna do more films with this reader, and I'm going to try to solve the problem I had with the message popping up and the brake sensors. And if you want to see that in the future, I would recommend you to subscribe so you don't miss out any videos. And if you want a notification when I release those videos, click on the bell and you will be updated about everything that's going on. Thanks for watching, and I see you soon.